songs.
Yeah.
And I try to not think too much about what is it, just does it feel good.
Yeah. Is this a new band that you've got with you over on this tour?
Well, Will, who's standing right over there,
Yeah.
has been in Cut Connie for 6 years.
Yeah.
Ace has been in the band a year, and then the other guys are new. I'm always tinkering with the band. I'm always trying out new energy, and I'm very happy with these folks. It's going to be a strong tour.
It works well, you know, as a live unit. You can see tonight, I mean, people are loving it.
Yeah. I think so. It was a good first show for York.
Awesome. Ben's got a few questions.
Yeah, I've got some.
Go for it.
We've prepared a few tonight about how your mind might work.
Yeah.
Sometimes well, sometimes not so well.
Okay, so when people think of Low Cut Connie, what do they most associate with being?
I think they think piano, rock and roll, hot, very high energy. And I think people think of us as a party band. I think we're more than that, but I'm fine with that. Prince, his music is party music. He was also a genius and a very soulful writer and singer.
Definitely.
So, but
In
I
what,
think
in
they
what
think
way?
party band.
In what way? Beyond party band, are you trying to?
Are we?
Yeah. What are you?
Well, our most popular song is a song called Beverly.
That's the one Elton John.
This is a ballad.
You mentioned. That was the one Elton. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Elton loves that song.
what's the meaning behind all that then? So.
I just think that you create, I don't want to say a brand, but you create an aesthetic. And if you strike a chord, people associate you with a certain brand or a certain aesthetic. For us, it was a unironic, full-blooded rock and roll show with a perverse sense of humor. And so they come in the room with expectations. After a certain number of years, I came at our fans with some music that was outside of that aesthetic. It was a growth.
Yeah.
And they accepted it, and they went there with me. So if I wanted to do a ballad, or a cover, or Shake It Little Tina, which took us in a different sort of genre path,
Yeah.
our fans just went there with us. And so I think the best moments happen when you exceed people's expectations of what they think you are.
Okay, if you could have a billboard anywhere in
I
the
have
world,
had billboards.
yeah, well,
We just had one.
where would you have it and what would you have on it?
Well, speaking of Prince, we did a billboard when we played First Avenue in Minneapolis.
Right.
We sold out the venue last November,
It's a lot playing there.
1,500. So we're probably going to do it again.
Was that where Prince actually recorded
Filmed
Purple
Purple
Rain?
Rain, yeah.
Where he actually
Yeah, the
recorded
one
that
they
live
did,
version,
yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because everything
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Purple Rain was from the live version,
from,
wasn't it?
from that venue, wasn't it?
Yeah.
All chopped and made
It's
into
amazing.
Purple
So much
Rain,
history in
yeah.
that.
Amazing
venue.
place to play.
The vibe.
And they took a big risk booking us, and we sold it out.
Yeah, wow. Because we went to Minneapolis a couple of years ago. We did like a US road trip and we started in Minneapolis. And
One of my favorite U.S. cities.
Because we are
Because
massive.
it's not like a big tourist city.
No,
is it?
Not
Is
at
it?
all.
Not at
We
all.
went
But
into the airport as English, and then when you know, everyone is
I
curious
was
with their
really
accents.
surprised to
yeah.
see English people over there.
But you know, it's a magnet for creative people and art in that region of the country. It's very far out in the Midwest.
But constraints make
It's very,
good things.
yeah, it's
sometimes,
very
you know?
isolated,
Yeah.
and it's very cold. And that city gave us Prince, The Replacements, you know, like amazing music.
Yeah. We only had one day there, but I mean, we could have spent. It would have been nice to spend a lot
It
longer
was
there.
I've been to America a few times. It's all been like California and stuff before, but
I should mention, sorry to interrupt, there's a radio station in Minneapolis that was Prince's favorite radio station. It's called The Current.
Okay.
The current.
And they're producing my radio show, which is debuting in September.
Okay.
All right.
So I'm going to be on that station and about 8 others in the U.S., but it's based in that station, The Current. So I have a very fond affection for Minneapolis.
That's cool.
Next question then.
Yeah. Where would we go? Where are we? If you could, if you could go back to your 20-year-old self, what 3 pieces of advice? You could be 20. You've got no grey hairs, have you?
It's all smoke and mirrors.
If you go back to your 20-year-old
Yeah.
self.
If you could go back to your 20-year-old self, what 3 pieces of advice would you give to yourself?
Don't get discouraged. Don't get discouraged. Play the long game. Invest in yourself. Believe in yourself. And don't expect anything to happen for a very long time. You're on to something, you just don't see it yet.
That's amazing.
Good advice. Good advice.
Because my 20s, like a lot of people, were a mess. There's no reason why I should still be doing what I'm doing, but I never gave up. And I had people around me that believed in my talent when the music industry did not, and I couldn't get a break.
They're just trying to find something that someone else has told them.
And I would tour by myself before Cut Connie.
Yeah.
I came here many times.
Yeah.
In fact, I met Dan, who I started Cut Connie with, who's from England. I met him on a tour here. I traveled all over Europe, all over the US, all over Canada by myself.
Yeah.
And I would sit down by myself, play piano or play guitar, and I put myself in front of the most hostile crowds I could find. Because I decided that if I was going to do this thing, I better have chops. I better be able to get up in front of the toughest crowd and win them over. So I would go into these working men's pubs across England and get up. They wouldn't know my name. And I'd get up there and try and win them all. And if you
Not
can,
always trying to play covers. Covers is the way out, isn't it?
I played my own music.
Yeah.
And sometimes, as they say, I ate the bar, and sometimes the bar ate me. And I learned.
Yeah.
That's like punching the heavy bag.
That's what it's good at over here.
Yeah.
Sorts out the good from the bad, you know?
Yeah.
America's different. It's like...
It is different.
It's a whoop and yeah, it's like team, it's not really like, oh, where's success? So we're here, no fucking bullshit. It's like,
Yeah, this is like what you have here in a place like this. We're a nice group of people out on a night to see music,
yeah,
see a gig, and appreciate it. It's hard to pull off in America, where it's more about ticket buying.
sports bars or it's so different.
It is, and so that's why I would tour over here quite a lot.
Yeah.
And nobody knew me, but I was developing my
You feel
skills.
like a home over here, do you? You feel this is like a
I
second
do
home.
with the crowds. I feel like a kinship with the crowds over here because they've always supported me.
Yeah.
This is my friend Ash from the
Hello,
band
Ash. How you
Goddamn.
doing?
How you doing? How you doing? Alright, good to meet you.
I'm doing an interview.
See you, man.
Hi,
It's on you, right?
how are you, babe?
Hey, it's all right.
This is the worst.
Hey, it's all right.
Really loved it.
Stay here for a minute.
Do you want a drink?
Well,
think they're
sure, I
shot.
Pineapple juice.
I think they're done. Sit. Ash plays drums in a band called Goddamn.
Hey,
That's
Hey,
from Wolverhampton.
Wolverhampton, yeah.
Wolverhampton.
Yeah.
The fucking
Got that
black
right, yeah.
country. Even I know that.
Yeah, he knows that.
And this
Yeah.
is the thing, when I come here, you ask me, I've met so many incredible bands and musicians, and
What's the next
it's
question?
part of
then?
your culture.
We got about 6 more or something like that.
Okay, who would have been your ultimate 5-piece band?
For me,
Yeah, who would be an ultimate band?
fuck.
Would it include you, or would it just be without?
Yeah, include me and Ash.
Would you like to back you up?
So if you don't say me, then
Who's the other 3 in your 5-piece band then?
I'll take Ash. Ash is a beast drummer.
Dead or alive, doesn't matter. Who would be in it?
I'm taking James Jamerson from Motown on the bass.
Oh, cool.
I'm taking Bo Diddley on the guitar. Is that 5?
That's 4, I think, isn't it? I think
And I'll
it's
take
one, yeah.
Maceo Parker on saxophone. And then that'll be that.
And
that's good for me.
A set of your own
I'm
original
happy with
songs,
that.
yeah?
I'm happy with that.
All right.
Okay, okay. What's your morning routine? What time do you get up? What do you have for breakfast? What goes on in your household? Or is it just on the road all the time?
Let's skip that
I mean, you
one.
do a lot
That
of
shit
shows,
ain't
don't you?
interesting.
Eh? Breakfast starts at midday, does it?
I'm not going to tell you what I eat.
How many shows do you do a year?
130.
That's pretty good going, isn't it?
Fucking hell, 1 every 3
Last
days.
year was 100. What's that?
A third. 1 every 3.
Well, I have to sleep
Fucking hell, that's a
sometimes.
lot.
Okay, here's one. At what point after you were born did you discover who you were?
I haven't yet.
You haven't discovered who you
That's
were.
the
You're still
dumbest
searching.
answer. No,
searching.
every creative endeavor, every year, you grow, you learn.
Okay.
It's a process. You get into this job because you're fucked up to begin with, and
Yeah.
you're trying to figure something out,
To write, you've got to be fucked up.
and you never figure it out, right?
Otherwise, you end up playing bars doing covers. You got to be fucked up to write.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Otherwise, it's shit.
Yeah, it's true.
He's telling me I'm fucked up.
No, but if you write and you're not fucked up, it's
When you
shit.
hear the word successful, what comes to mind?
Well, I have a line in my song you heard tonight. You're talking about money, you're talking about success, I'm talking about happiness.
Yeah,
So I don't know what the word success means,
happiness.
but I know what a fulfilling, soulful evening is with people in a performance.
Tonight's a fulfilling
Yeah.
evening, yeah?
Yes, it's the first time we came to this town.
Yeah.
People showed up, they had a smile, they looked nervous, and then they stopped looking nervous. And some of them will go home and they'll do things to each other they haven't done in a while. And my job will be done.
It doesn't take you long to get an audience in the palm of your hand. You know what I mean? I mean, you have these guys pretty much from the start.
It took me 20 years to do that, though.
20 years of building it up, yeah?
To learn how to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. If you could have a drink with anyone, living
don't
or
drink.
dead, you know, what, a cup of tea,
Smoothie.
a cup of coffee, a
Smoothie.
smoothie with anyone, alive or dead, who would it be? And what would it be? So you'd have a smoothie with anybody alive or dead, who would you have one with? Have a nice chat.
You're gonna hate my answer.
Go on.
I'm in the middle. While I'm here, I like to read trashy British things. You know, like your tabloids and your shit, because it's crazy, right?
Fucking hell.
So I'm reading Rod Stewart's autobiography.
Oh, Rod Stewart. He's here
Rod Stewart's
tomorrow.
playing it tomorrow,
He's here
yeah.
tomorrow in York tomorrow.
And it's fucking great. And I would sit down with
Nah,
him.
Rod Stewart.
With Rod,
Nah,
with
Rod
Rod,
Stewart's
yeah.
great.
He
Yeah.
would tell some stories.
Yeah.
Because
sure he's got a lot of
his
stories.
book, he's very candid in his book, and it's funny, man.
He's a real deal. Rod's a real deal.
Yeah, I would hang with him
Okay, and
Last one.
if they have
this
it.
one, what do you think is the best year for music in your lifetime? Since you've been alive, what do you think is the best year for music?
Like I just said, 84, 85, whatever it was the first year I remember in my consciousness, MTV. And I grew up in New Jersey, and on MTV we saw Bruce Springsteen, Born in the USA, Prince, Purple Rain, Madonna, Like a Virgin. You know, all this, the pop music that was on TV was also the best music at that time.
Yeah.
And no matter what my musical tastes became or how they changed or where I developed, that was like a high watermark for entertainment, you know, for musical entertainment.
One final question, Ben. You got this one of these 13 tracks thing?
What's that?
13 tracks.
13 tracks?
Yeah, question.
I have to think of 13 songs.
No, the question. Ask the question. It's on there.
What question? That's it.
No, there's 13 tracks.
13 tracks.
Yeah.
You want to think of 13 tracks now?
No, have a look. On your question.
Okay.
Very bold.
What 13 songs inspired you to do what you do and why?
Yeah.
13 off the top of my
13 songs off the
goddamn
Top of your head. It'll change
Like that.
tomorrow. Now, today.
Without
13
thinking about
tracks.
it. Without thinking about it.
That inspired me?
To do what you do.
James Brown, Cold Sweat.
That's one.
Prince, Sign of the Times.
2.
Prince, Beautiful Ones.
3.
Johnny Taylor, Testify.
4.
Elvis Presley, Trying to Get to You.
5.
It's fucked up.
Keep going.
Bruce Springsteen, Thunder Road.
Yeah, 6.
Rolling Stones, Tumbling Dice.
Which one? Tumbling Dice?
Tumbling
Yeah.
Dice, yeah.
Velvet Underground, What Goes On.
Yeah.
Tina Turner, I'm gonna go with, I just played the song on my radio show, A Fool in Love, the first hit song. And Little Richard, there's a song that I adore. I don't know what you got, but you got me. Where am I at?
10.
more
That's
left.
10.
That's
3
10.
more.
3 more left.
3 more.
Fuck.
What made you want to pick up piano?
You don't have to be cool.
Well, Jerry Lee Lewis, his version of Money at the Live at the Star Club, that's a very influential song for me. And Sam Cooke, the live version of Twisting the Night Away
Yeah.
at the Harlem Square Club.
One more.
There's a song that I'm obsessed with called There's a Break in the Road by Betty Harris. It's a New Orleans funk track with the greatest
Don't know
rhythm
that.
section I've ever heard in my
I've
life.
never heard that one. That's amazing.
Check it out.
Is that a song you got into recently, or is that an old one?
After I started spending time in New Orleans and trying to learn New Orleans piano styles, I got into a lot of music there that I'd never heard, and that's one of the songs.
Yeah. Will you be in New Jersey and piano? Is there any, and you mentioned Springsteen a lot, I've never heard you mention like Joel, Billy Joel, coming into any of this stuff. You got
I mean,
any...
sure, but the thing is, this is an interesting thing, so you understand the dynamics. Billy Joel is from Long Island.
Yeah.
Bruce Springsteen's from New Jersey. Long Island are the New York State suburbs of New York City, and New Jersey is south of New York, between Philadelphia and New York. Where Bruce is from is very rural. It's
Yeah.
the central, very working class, rural part of New Jersey.
The man of singing the songs of the working class.
Billy Joel is from the same area that Lou Reed was from.
Right.
And it was a middle class Jewish Italian suburbs of New York, Long Island. Because I grew up in South New Jersey in a sort of rural suburb, in fact, I worked in the shopping mall where Patti Smith, this is the town where Patti Smith grew up. She grew up in Deptford. You have Deptford in London, we have Deptford in New Jersey. It's the shittiest town. I worked in the mall. She grew up 2 minutes from there. So I have a little bit more of an affection or connection to those guys because they grew up near me. And their music is very much quintessential New Jersey. But of course, what am I going to say about Billy Joel? He's a great piano player and iconic, has a lot of iconic songs.
But you mentioned Elton John, like on stage and stuff like that.
Well, this is my take on Elton John versus Billy Joel.
Yeah, so...
Elton is a British performer who was fascinated by American music.
Yeah.
And Billy Joel was an American performer who was fascinated by British music. He wanted to be Paul McCartney.
I think that's always been the thing.
Yeah.
Is that sometimes we don't, which is punk. Some forms of it. There's some forms that don't, and like
Right.
mod and ska. It's not an influence on America. It'd be on Jamaica and various other and West Indies that are influenced within that. But as a whole, over the last 60 years, it's been the tit-tat between Britain and America. Like,
But Elton drew upon Ray Charles, Leon Russell, the band, you know, and this is like music I grew up with, roots, rock and roots, soul and Americana, you know. So I always liked his records, especially his early records.
I think the crossing of the two and how different we are as nations. We speak the same language, obviously, but how different we are.
But when he
is what
writes,
makes
when
it
Elton
good.
John writes a song like "Leave On" or something, he's like fantasizing about, you know, small, like life in America. And then when I feel like when Billy Joel writes like My Life or one of these, I don't know.
Yeah.
He's doing like a McCartney style slice of life.
Well, they used
you
to
know.
cover back in the USSR. They used to cover Beatles songs, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're both good. What can I say? I'm a piano guy, but I don't play like them.
No.
No,
They're,
no, you don't.
they're like very ornate, technically sophisticated piano players. I'm like a untrained, you know, instinct guy. Self-taught.
Vibe, feeling.
Yeah, and I lived in Memphis. When I went to college, I lived in Memphis, and I learned how to play a very Memphis-style piano. Speaking of Memphis.
That's brilliant. Adam, thanks ever so much
You
for your
happy?
time.
Great
Yeah,
stuff.
it's been
Will
an
you send
absolute
it to
pleasure.
us?
Yeah.
We will, of course.
Yeah, we'll send you the thing and we'll find a way to get
We'll
to
send
it.
it all. Have it all
I
be
appreciate
transcribed
you
and
guys.
everything.
Thank you ever so much, Adam. Take care, buddy.
RPM?
Thanks ever so much.
I'll put it online.
Thanks ever so much for your time.
I'll be
Cheers,
reviewing the gig tonight.